Welcome back to the Move Better Project. Today, foam rolling for the quadriceps, especially the rectus femoris. So this is so poorly understood and the subject of so much debate, this little cylinder of resistant foam. So I want to show you how I think about foam rolling for the quads especially. And there's going to be a little bit sprinkled in here, so just some general guidelines for foam rolling. And the main thing with foam rolling is to understand kind of what you're trying to do here. You're trying to give input to your system. So if I am foam rolling my quads, and this is something I see all the time at various gyms or places back when I went to gyms, where people would be doing it, they'd get down here and just do something like this. And, you know, this is really not giving a whole lot of input. You're rolling around, it gives a small amount of input. But the objective, if I'm spending time doing foam rolling or working with lacrosse ball or any other kind of soft tissue work on myself, is to reduce the just activity of a muscle, essentially. If you think about the rectus femoris muscle here being tight or overactive or whatever you want to think about it, it's essentially, it's not that, part of it is like, yeah, it's a little shorter than we want it to be, and we gotta put in stretching loads over time to get the muscle to maybe create some more length, but that's really not the biggest deal. The biggest deal is the muscle feels tight and hard when you push on it because it's kind of contracting a little bit all the time. It's hanging on for dear life because you put it in a shortened position and then you put it in a longer position when you stand up, and you're like, oh man, I gotta hang on and keep from getting too long. So the input of the foam roller needs to be deep pressure, slow movement, and we want to challenge that muscle to relax, to calm down its activity so that we can allow it to take a little bit longer resting length and allow us to move a little bit more. So this is what I want to think about when I'm foam rolling. So I'm going to start with foam roller up near my hip at the top, not near the bone, just a little bit lower where I can get under the belly of the muscle. All right? I'm going to get in there. And I'm just going to start by very slowly going from the top down, and eventually I'm going to hit a spot where, and I might need to go a little bit side to side, where I've got a little bit, okay, hey, that needs some attention. My body's telling me that's not super comfortable to have a lot of pressure on there. I'll get back just for camera angles. And all I want to do is hang out in that spot for a second. I can push down, kind of add force there, and then I'm going to take big, deep breaths. Breathing through my nose, just trying to relax. I can contract and relax the muscle. So I'm going to breathe in, do a little bit of a contraction of the quad by trying to extend my knee. And then breathe out, relax, stretch the muscle a little bit by bending the knee. Now that feels like I'm doing something. I'm not just rolling around doing nothing. I'm just going to pick a new spot and kind of do the same thing. Push down, contract, and relax. And by adding a little bit of movement to it, putting deep pressure, contracting the muscle, relaxing it, what I'm doing is sending signals from my brain to the muscle to say, hey man, chill. Like, it's okay, we're putting pressure, you can contract, you can relax, you're fine. There's no threat here. And then if I feel like there's a spot where it's really like, dang, man, that's stuck. It's just really intense. Then you can even do a little bit of movement on it. I can kind of go side to side, push down, and just kind of smash across. For me, my rectus femoris is pretty tight right now, but it's been a little bit too much time sitting the last few days. And it's kind of like thunk. I'm just thunk going over a big, hard, it's almost like a rope in there. So I want to get right on top of that thing, push down, breathe in, contract right on it, breathe out, relax, and get a little stretch into the system. And doing that is going to reduce that feeling I have that, wow, that's really hard and firm and it hurts when I push on it. I want to just bring all of that kind of alarm bells that are going on here, just calm everything down. I want, after I do a little bit of foam rolling, the muscle should feel softer to the touch. It should feel less threatening when you push on it. It shouldn't be super intense, like, oh, right away. So foam rolling, soft tissue work on yourself, whatever you want to, whatever implement you're using, whatever you want to call it, it's about decreasing that kind of just alarm system that's going off. Think of it as input. It's like giving a massage to yourself. If you went and got a massage, if you ever gotten a massage before, the masseuse is not going, right? They're not rolling back and forth. They're pushing down deep, slow pressure that's going to allow the muscle to respond to what you're trying to get it to do. Okay? So just some general foam rolling advice and specifically things you want to do when you're working on your quads. See you next time.